victory, then it becomes an even worse result. But it was a game that wasn't lost, John. That is the thing that you've got to remember. The gap was only close to 7 points. It wasn't extended to 9.
Both teams break from the huddle. It's going to be Liverpool kicking towards the Kop in the first half. Simon Hooper in blue gets us underway at Anfield on this 5 Live Sunday. And the ball is played by Van Dijk, long, looking for the head of Jota, and Liverpool have possession, in dangerous possession already, and Salah puts a right foot cross in, and it's deflected behind for a first Liverpool corner. Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson the back four, Gravenberch and McAllister holding, Szoboszlai just in front, then the front three of Salah right, Jota middle and Diaz left as Robertson comes across to take this corner in front of the Kop with his left foot, takes 2 big steps back, then puts both arms in the air. There are 5 Liverpool players in the box. He's gone short, gets a 1-2, slightly behind him, but back it comes across for an effort from Trent Alexander-Arnold, left-footed, and he has sliced it behind. Goal kick for Wolves. Let's get a full time from Manchester United from Nathan Alban.
So it's Manchester United women 3, Crystal Palace 1. Elizabeth Turland at the double, neat touch, turn and finish for the first, rounded the goalie for the second. Mila Giles scored for Palace, but United's Grace Clinton made sure of the result late on. Palace stay bottom. United closed the gap on WSL leaders Chelsea to 4 points for now. Full-time Man United 3, Crystal Palace 1.
Wolves playing out from the back and almost managed to play out of their own half, but Liverpool have got possession back on the halfway line. We've played a minute, 0-0 between Liverpool and Wolves. Stephen Warnock's a decent chance that for Trent.
It was, and it was very well worked, and I was watching him very closely. He was almost pretending to tie his shoelace on the left-hand side of the penalty box, and it was well worked from Liverpool. So often we look at coaches and set pieces that are taken now, and Liverpool works it very well there themselves.
Liverpool in possession with Van Dijk, 5 yards inside the Wolves half. Swings it to the left of Robertson. He's got runners ahead of him in the penalty area. In it comes, headed away well at the back there by Gomez. And Wolves play the ball towards halfway, but they haven't managed to get a proper foot on it yet of Wolves. Liverpool have started pretty quickly, but they have got a toe in here, and Cunha's got possession. Plays it inside, looking for João Gomez. And Wolves have got their first comfortable possession of the game. They've got it with Agbadou, who plays the ball left-footed, looking for Aït-Nouri, but in comes Trent Alexander-Arnold, slices it out of play, throw in for Wolves midway inside their own half. Jose Sarr is in goal for Wolves. Totti Gomez, Agbadou and Doherty. And then Aït-Nouri left and Semedo right, the wing-backs. Gomez and Andre holding. And then Cunha, Guedes and Sarabia, the front three for Wolves, who did get that really good win against Villa and then were comfortable against Blackburn in the FA Cup. And they're in comfortable possession here at the moment with Sarr all in green, the goalkeeper. Right-footed, clears long to the far side, going up for the header. Over there is Semedo, the captain, goes out of play, off a Liverpool head, throw in right on halfway for Liverpool on the right-hand side. Liverpool have won 15 of the last 16 meetings between these two. And Wolves in possession in their own penalty area. 5 Live Sport. Nice little ball that. Wolves have got some possession in the centre circle now. Moving forward through the pitch with Sarabia. Sarabia plays the ball from right to left. Aït-Nouri wasn't really on the same page. That's a firm back pass from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Alisson has to scamper across to his right, all in black, and all he can do is slice it behind for a corner. So Wolves, Stephen Warnock.
Yeah, a little bit surprising. I don't know whether that was wind assisted in some way, because it didn't really look like he put too much pace on it, and then suddenly it just picked up pace. But I was thinking, why doesn't Alisson take a touch? There's plenty of time. He's not really getting closed down, but a little bit of panic set in there from Alisson. But first opportunity for Wolves now from a corner.
Cunha's going to take it from the left-hand side. There are 6 or 7 old gold shirts in the penalty area, all in old gold. Wolves. Everyone back for Liverpool in the penalty area. Cunha stands still, orange boots, hands by his side. Simon Hooper wants him to wait and then gives him the sign that he can take it. Right-footed, swings it in, good delivery. And Matt Doherty, I think, might have won the header, and it comes back to Cunha by the left-hand corner flag. Plays a little ball inside, looking for Agbadou. And then it is repelled, and Semedo has to scurry into his own half to tidy up and play it back to Sarr. And Sarr's going to play a low, flat, drilled ball forward. I'm not sure he made the right contact there, and Liverpool pick up possession with Alexis McAllister. Nice strength and balance from him. Plays the ball down the left-hand side. Chance to cross from the left for Liverpool. Headed away by Wolves. Picked up by Trent Alexander-Arnold, 30 yards from goal. A few fans shout, shoot. They've still got possession, Liverpool. Left-hand side, corner of the penalty area. Szoboszlai trying to get a position in the penalty area in between two defenders. Trying to find a way into the box. They have to go back to Virgil van Dijk, the captain. And now Konate, who's 15 yards inside the Wolves half, right-hand side. Salah picks up possession and goes on a run towards the edge of the penalty area, but Ryan Aït-Nouri does well. Just his second touch just got away from him there, and Wolves give away possession, just play the ball out for a throw-in.
Yeah, they just need to speed up the tempo a little bit, Liverpool. When Salah gets the ball, Aït-Nouri seems very comfortable. He's happy to go in a 1v1 with him, but it's a little bit slow in the forward areas from Liverpool.
Konate for Liverpool, Van Dijk. Wolves staying back in their shape, 5 in a line across the back. Here's Luis Diaz into the penalty area, puts in a dink right foot cross. It's a good one, headed away by Wolves. Nice touch near halfway from Sarabia, and they're trying to get away over halfway, and Simon Hooper says play on, because Cunha's away here. Cunha down the right hand side, he's into the penalty area, but he's been forced wide by Konate, and he puts in a low cross, but there's no one there, and it's comfortable for Liverpool, and they should play the way out here. There's some room there though, Stephen Warner.
Yeah, there was for Cunha, but there was no support at all for him. No one really gambled to get up alongside him, and then it was just for Konate and Van Dijk to deal with that situation.
Salah, he's got a one-on-one here against Aït-Nouri, decides to try and pass the ball, try and thread it through towards McAllister, and it's intercepted. Liverpool have possession back though, in midfield, in the centre of the pitch, with Gravenberch. Robertson, Diaz, level with the 18-yard box, left-hand side, looking to try and find a pass. McAllister near the edge of the D. Gravenberch, toe poke. Salah, edge of the area, right-hand side, left foot, tries to put in a cross, black by Aït-Nouri. In comes a cross from Trent Alexander-Arnold. McAllister strikes with his left foot with a volley, and he dragged it wide. Goal kick Wolves, best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, it was the best chance of the game, and it was Trent Alexander-Arnold who nips inside on his left foot, and Andrew Robertson made a lovely run to the back post, and he's trying to pick him out. Luis Diaz was in an offside position. It just comes down to Diogo Jota, the former Wolves man. He's the one with the strike eventually, just drags his shot past that right-hand post. Good opportunity for him.
Yeah, it was Jota. Thank you, Stephen. 8 minutes gone. 0-0 at Anfield. And Wolves playing out from the back again, inside their own 6-yard box. And they've been robbed of the ball. And here is Diaz. Diaz 25 yards out, tries to play it square to Szoboszlai, but it's intercepted, and forward come Wolves with Andre and Semedo, and they're deep in their own half.
He's incredible, McAllister, at pinching the ball. Such a skill. We talk about his ability on the ball so often, but the recoveries that he makes in midfield, the interceptions, the little toe pokes away from players just to break up attacks.
Here's Totti, moving from right to left for Wolves, into Cunha, who runs with the ball so comfortably. Now Aït-Nouri, chance to cross, gets a deflection, high up in the air. Szoboszlai picks it up for Liverpool, goes to ground pretty easily, but the referee Simon Hooper right on top of it and gives a free kick to Liverpool, deep in their own half, in the centre of the pitch. 0-0, 5 live from the BBC. And forward come Liverpool through Robertson, who's on the run. Plays it to Luis Diaz on the left. He's forced a little wide at the byline near the corner flag, decides to go back, and Liverpool in possession with Van Dijk. Now wide with Diaz again, level with the 18-yard box, in his gloves, inside to Jota, of course, as Stephen mentioned, against his former club. Van Dijk, Konate waving his arms, asking players to make a run for him. Is forced backwards to Van Dijk. The shape from Wolves looks good at the moment. Robertson Out on the left, it's Luis Diaz. Diaz fakes to go one way, tries to toe poke a little ball through to McAllister. Wolves get an interception. Liverpool have the ball back. 30 yards from the Wolves goal. Chance to cross here maybe from Robertson. In it comes deep, and Ryan Aït-Nouri maybe didn't get a shout there because he had no danger, but he headed the ball behind for a corner.
Oh, he's always worried about where Mohamed Salah might be, and it's, if you don't know, deal with the situation. You just mentioned the shape there of Wolves, John. They are a flat back five. They aren't moving out of it. It's going to be something special from Liverpool. They're going to have to commit a player 1v1 individually, or a quality cross from one of the wide players to then allow one of the forwards to go and attack it. But this is going to be a tough afternoon for Liverpool.
Corner is going to be taken by McAllister in long sleeves in front of the Kop. Right-footed, white boots, stands, left arm goes in the air. In it comes, right-footed away swinger, good delivery. Wolves win the first contact, back in by Liverpool. Konate is the onside, wins the header, flag goes up. And it's been claimed by the goalkeeper, Jose Sarr. Let's go into the WSL. Let's go to Kingsmeadow, Sahel Sahi.
Well, we've played 10 minutes here, John. Chelsea 0, Everton 0. Both sides just settling into their pattern. The visitors, Everton, have started well. They did offer one genuine threat down the right-hand side, but it was well taken by Hannah Hampton, the Chelsea goalkeeper. 11 minutes played, Chelsea 0, Everton 0.
Here's Aït-Nouri for Wolves running forward. Konate just runs into him, and no free kick. But Wolves have got possession midway inside the Liverpool half, centre field. Try and play a ball forward. Now there's some space, but that's a good interception. Really good interception from Totti Gomez, because Salah was in had that ball gone through. They've got the ball in the centre of the pitch now, Wolves, and they will go backwards to Doherty, again in gloves on this bitterly cold afternoon. Let's get an update from Betty Glover at Arsenal.
Arsenal 4, Tottenham 0. Chloe Kelly has come on from the bench. Quite the response from Arsenal fans as she makes her second debut at the club. Arsenal continuing to dominate. Tottenham did have their first attempt on target though. Drew Spence getting ahead onto the end of a corner, but it was well saved. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 0.
Wolves in possession inside the Liverpool half. 0-0. 12 minutes gone. Doherty into Andre, really nice turn from him, little slide rule pass, trying to find Guedes, but there was Allison, who claims in his lime green luminous goalkeeping gloves and rolls it out to Gravenberch, but with a better pass there, Stephen Warnock, he might have been in.
Yeah, he might have been in. So often you see that lovely little play in midfield, and then it's the final pass where you a little bit too over-eager to find that pass, and you think it has to be inch perfect. The weight of it was just a little bit off, but lovely run from Sarabia.
Trent Alexander-Arnold's got the ball on halfway. Now here's Gravenberch. Runners ahead of him, including Sloboslai. Would have run through to the goalkeeper that, but it's been cleared away by Wolves, and Liverpool have got possession back midway inside the Wolves half right-hand side with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Nice pass for Gravenberch, who's off on a run towards the corner flag. He's got two around him though, and he's crowded out, and Ryan Aït-Nouri will clear from the corner flag. But they've gone short, they play out, they play football, Wolves, and that's really good play. And a floated ball forward is aimed towards Matthias Cunha, but really well read by Virgil van Dijk, who comes across and knocks it back to his goalkeeper, who plays it high towards halfway. Wolves win the second ball, and then they have it one off them by Sloboslai. Now ball forward over the top for Salah. Might he get on the end of this one? Good pace, well played, well covered, really good from Agbadou, but the flag was up, and it's going to be a free kick for Wolverhampton Wanderers. How are you finding this cold? Because you're only just... When did you get back from your trip, by the way?
Yesterday. Yeah, I got back from LA yesterday, which was considerably warmer to here, John. I'm not going to lie, this is very cold. Yeah, I was just watching Agbadou there. He went down after that initial run and clearance with Mohamed Salah, and he's been impressive so far, John. I think Mike's right. He is a find. His passing out from the back is very impressive.
Yep, signed from Reims in January, 27 years of age, Ivory Coast international, and looks very, very good back there. And that's a really nice turn up at the top end of the pitch from Sarabia, who's running away now for Wolves. He's got runners ahead of him. Semedo tries to play him in. Wasn't quite the right pass to find Semedo, and Liverpool win possession back, and Wolves have got 6 or 7 players committed up the field if they can break it, and they have. Liverpool, and they're away down the left-hand side with Diaz. Jota and Salah up with him. Here is Salah in the penalty area. Might come for Diaz here, who chests it in, and Liverpool open the scoring. It's on sensational, but they won't mind here at Anfield. Luis Diaz gets the goal, came off his midriff in the end. He was brave, and Liverpool 1, Wolves 0 is the scoreline early in the first half.
Oh, what a break, what a counter-attack from one end to the other. Van Dijk wins it in his penalty box, and then it's so quickly moved down the left-hand side, but it's all about the turn from Diogo Jota on the halfway line. That breaks the press of Wolves. It allows Liverpool then to go forward in a 3v3 situation. Then can you pick the right pass? Can you find the right player? Diaz finds Salah, he looks for Diogo Jota in the centre of the pitch, and it's just got a slight deflection from Totti, and that diverts it into the path of Diaz. And Diaz, as you say, John, he's brave, he wants to score. Little chest over the goalkeeper. Jose Sarr comes out, Diaz is taken out, but it's enough just to trickle it over the line. So often they rely on Salah, they needed someone else to step up, and Diaz has done that.
It would have been a penalty, I think you're right, if it hadn't gone in, because he does get clattered by Sarr afterwards. VAR check complete, and the goal does stand, and Liverpool do lead, and it is Luis Diaz who gets the goal with his 9th goal of the season for Liverpool, and he was brave. There's a free kick for Wolves, 10 yards inside their own half. Any fault there? You can lay at the blame at the feet of the goalkeeper.
No, I think he obviously has to come out and be as brave as he can, and you're hoping to get something on the ball. I think it just happens so quickly. There's that element of wind again, John. I don't know whether you saw that pass up to Aït-Nouri, and it just held in the wind.
Gravenberch does well. He finds Salah. Trent Alexander-Arnold switches the play, but he's given possession away to Semedo, running down the right-hand side. Semedo cuts inside, might fancy a shot, left-footed, deflected, and into the arms of Alisson, the goalkeeper, comfortably, who will bowl it out and will find Diaz on the left-hand side on the halfway line. Inside to Jota, and Jota with the volley pass to Salah. He brings it down, but it just bounced up ahead of him and just allowed Totti Gomez to get there. And now here's Aït-Nouri. Good game this at the moment, because Wolves do look a threat when they go forward as well.
No, referee.
And there's a free kick given against Ryan Aït-Nouri, which Stephen Warnock completely agrees with.
Wow, I mean, if that's a free kick, what is the point? I mean, it's just a coming together between the two players, and Aït-Nouri's off balance. Szoboszlai is just too strong for him. If you're going to give free kicks for that, then there's no point in playing.
Just had a message from Mike, who thought it was a free kick. Ball played forward to Cunha. Cunha brings it down. Lovely first touch, but really good from Konate to take the ball from him. That could have been an opportunity there, but Konate, quick thinking, throw in Wolves, midway inside the Liverpool half, left-hand side. Barely any chance, really, to get your breath back here. 18 minutes of the game gone. Liverpool 1, Wolves 0. Luis Diaz, doubt he's ever scored a goal with that part of his body before. It was like his, just above his belly button, I think he ended up scoring with. But really brave, really wanted it, like Stephen Warnock said. Don't know whether Mo Salah will get the assist for that, because it got a little flick on the way through. Goal at Arsenal, Betty Glover.
A unbelievable goal from Arsenal. They make it 5-0, and it's Emily Fox outside of the box, hoofs it into the back of the net. It's Arsenal 5, Tottenham 0.
Liverpool in possession, leading 1-0 inside their own half. Here's the goal scorer, Diaz, who's looked really busy in the first 20 minutes of this game. He's being hassled and harried by the captain, Semedo, though, and was fouled, according to Simon Hooper. And it's a free kick for Liverpool, 25 yards from their own goal line. And it will be swung out to Salah here, who has got a bit of space. Right-hand touchline, midway inside the Wolves half. Doesn't go on the run this time, decides to play a pass to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And the first time ball back towards Salah is slightly over hit. And Trent Alexander-Arnold sort of looks to the sky and holds his hands out. Knows he got that one wrong, just overhit it, because his distribution is usually just so good. Of course, Liverpool, top of the league, 53 points. Aston Villa next, then Manchester City, then Newcastle, Wednesday, and then Sunday, Wednesday. This is a really busy time for Liverpool this period. after that draw with Everton, defeat in the FA Cup. They lead Wolves by 1-0 at Anfield. And they've got possession inside their own half with Virgil van Dijk. Only dropped 6 points this season, Liverpool, from winning positions. And here they are again, attacking as the ball's played in, but gets a deflection off a Wolves player behind for a corner. Was never really going to find Salah. But,
no, do you know what though, John? He switched off Salah because it was the right ball. He made the run and he didn't think McAllister had seen him, but McAllister was almost giving the Wolves players the eyes, and none of the Wolves players saw that pass. The opportunity was there for Salah, but it leads to another corner because it took a slight deflection on the way through.
You're saying the no-look pass was so good that it even fooled Mo Salah?
Yeah, exactly that. It was such a good ball.
Corner again for Liverpool. In front of the Kop, right-hand side. McAllister is across to take it. There are 6 in the penalty area for Liverpool. Everyone back for Wolves. In it comes from McAllister. Right-footed away swinger and headed over the crossbar. And behind for a goal kick for Wolves. It was Jota who got the contact.
It's incredible how many times he finds space in the penalty box. He's arguably one of Liverpool's smallest players, alongside McAllister and Mohamed Salah. Well, those two players, McAllister takes the corners and Salah doesn't really get too involved in being in there. Jota looks for it every single time, just gets his head on it, a little bit too much on it this time, over the bar.
Got a good leap, hasn't he, Diogo Jota? 57% possession, Liverpool, 3 efforts at goal, 1 on target. And they lead 1-0 as Van Dijk plays a long ball forward. Will that find Salah? Ryan Aït-Nouri has played the ball square and they've got themselves in a bit of a mess here, Wolves, but they just about get away with it. They were off balance and the ball wasn't under control at the back. Liverpool couldn't quite capitalise, and the ball's out of play for a throw-in for Wolves, who are showing intent going forward, that's for sure. And it was in fact it was the goal came from them showing so much intent. They committed men forward really in numbers for the first time in the game, and they just got caught out with one pass. But they had possession inside the Liverpool half. No free kick. Wolves fans don't like that. Liverpool in possession. Diaz, and they're on the transition again here, Liverpool, and they've got space. In comes the cross towards Salah. Chance for Jota. It was a miscontrol from Totti Gomez, and Jota struck it, but it just hit the defender, who's gone down in a heap, and the referee stopped the game.
Well, it's Agbadou gets the block in, and what a block it is, because he had to throw his body at the ball. Lovely ball into the area from Luis Diaz, and he prevents a certain goal from Diogo Jota. Agbadou, as Diogo Jota takes his shot, he follows through and catches Totti in the head. It's purely accidental, but it's Agbadou with the challenge. My word, what a challenge that is.
It's just his standing leg with the momentum as it came through just caught Jota. His calf just caught him in the head there, but he's back up on his feet and he's going to be okay. Full time at Arsenal, Betty Glover.
An afternoon for Tottenham to forget. The home fans at the Emirates were treated to a thrashing by Arsenal. Caldente, Morn and Russo all on the score sheet, plus a fantastic goal from 25 yards out from Emily Fox rounded off their dominant win. A perfect day for the Gunners as they try and keep pace at the top of the table in the WSL. For Tottenham, it's 4 defeats in their last 5. Arsenal 5, Tottenham 0.
Wolves coming forward, and the referee, I think, has given a free kick here for Wolves.
Yeah, it's Luis Diaz on Joao Gomez in the midfield, and to be honest, I'm wondering why he's not give Luis Diaz a yellow card. He pulls back on his shoulder when Joao Gomez is away. He's looking for the pass into the final third, but it was probably about 3 or 4 nibbles that he had at him.
Yeah, I think that probably is. He's lucky to get away with without getting a yellow there, Stephen. I think you're right, and it's a free kick for Wolves. Lip of the centre circle, inside the Liverpool half. What are you going to say?
I was just going to say, I don't mind it if that's the way you're going to referee the whole game. That's the way it has to carry on then.
I thought you were about to take the mickey. Usually when you do that, you're about to say something sarcastic. We work with you a lot.
Like that.
Wolves free kick. taken left-footed. Plenty in attack here. They've won the first header. The flag goes up. They're offside, looking right down the line. Bit sloppy. And then the referee says, play on. I'll ignore the flag, and Liverpool can try and break. Wolves tidy up, play the ball back to their goalkeeper, Jose Sarr, who plants it long, straight through the middle. Well read by Van Dijk. But as he passes the ball to Robertson, the ball is deflected off a Wolves player. Flag goes up, though, for offside. And it will be a free kick for Liverpool deep in their own half. I see what you're saying about the wind. As that ball was heading towards Virgil van Dijk, you can see it. You can see it going left or right in the air, can't you?
Yeah, we can feel it a little bit where we are, but nowhere near what's going on the pitch.
Here's Mo Salah. He's on the run into the penalty area. Left-hand side. Pass 1, 2, 3, and then challenged. Just didn't get the opening to pull the trigger on his left foot there, Mo Salah. And Wolves have possession. Really good from Andre. Excellent work. Drew the free kick as well. He had to beat 2 or 3 players there, and we're going to see a yellow card. And it's been shown to
Doherty.
Is it Doherty?
It was Doherty for asking for a yellow card. He wanted a yellow card against Szoboszlai for the pull on João Gomez as he went through the middle. So Doherty asking for it and getting one himself.
That's frustration from the last one, and then that one, isn't it?
Absolutely.
From Doherty. Long ball forward from Wolves. Header one by Van Dijk. Well taken down by Szoboszlai. Some space here. It's going to shoot and flashes it wide. Low to Sarr's right from the edge of the penalty area. Wide of the target. Goal kick Wolves.
Oh, shades of Gerrard, the way he moves with the ball, isn't it? At times, Szoboszlai, and that right-footed shot just opens his legs and then gets that right-footed shot into the bottom corner, just a fraction past the post. Jose Sarr at full stretch, probably wouldn't have got to it. That's better from Liverpool.
3 goals this season for Szoboszlai as the ball's played forward towards Ait-Nouri, but he's not going to get there, and the flag goes up anyway, and it's an offside. The Sun's trying to break through here on Merseyside. The players will be relieved if it does for a bit of warmth. They're probably the warmest in the ground, though, to be fair, the players running around. 10 yards inside their own half, Liverpool have a free kick. Trent Alexander-Arnold is over it. Liverpool leading by a goal to 0. 5 Live Sunday. 27 minutes gone. Free kick for Liverpool on halfway. Foul on Gravenberch. Liverpool goes 7 points clear. Again, if it stays like this after Arsenal's win yesterday, got it back to 4. Here's Diaz by the byline, left-hand side, challenged, comes off a Wolves player and behind for a throw-in, goes out for a throw-in just by the corner flag, left-hand side for Liverpool, attacking the Kop. Robertson's going to take the throw. Wolves back in their shape with that flat back 5 when they haven't got the ball, as Stephen mentioned. The ball's back on halfway with Konate in the centre circle. Strokes it along the turf looking for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Takes a couple of touches, plays it to Szoboszlai, and a free kick. Szoboszlai hits the deck, and a foul by Andre. Free kick in the centre circle, taken quickly by Van Dijk, but he's not happy with where he took it from. And Simon Hooper's going to come across here and maybe have a chat, show a card. He's definitely going to show a card to the Wolves manager. So Vitor Pereira, I think, goes in the book, Steve. I think that's who he showed the card to. He was a long way away from the dugout when he showed it, but I think it's for Pereira, complaining about that free kick and maybe the 2 before, which he felt were yellow cards for Liverpool players.
Yeah, I wonder whether it was something said to the 4th official and the 4th official's come over and then had a word, but enough was enough. But what I would say is that he's let everything go in terms of yellow cards, and both João Gomez and Andre will be thankful for that, because they can be more aggressive in that midfield now.
Arne Slot is in the technical area for this one, by the way, after his red card in midweek, after the final whistle at Goodison. We've got to the end of the week to appeal the red card, and then the ban, if there is one, will come into force after that. So he is in the technical area today in his blue overcoat, just standing in front of the red padded seats at the moment in front of his bench. And it's the pool's with Liverpool and Trent Alexander-Arnold. 15 yards inside the Wolves half. Centre field, plays a low ball. Here's Diaz, got a bit of room here, Diaz. Now Szoboszlai onto his left foot, finds Diaz again. Little Cruyff flick looking for Robertson. But Wolves managed to get the contact and it's out of play for a throw-in for Liverpool. Level with the 18-yard box of Wolves, left-hand side. And back with Van Dijk.
I'm just surprised Szoboszlai didn't shoot. He had an opportunity and then he decided to chop back on into his weaker foot, and I thought the opportunity was there for him to take one touch. That was nice play from Gravenberch. Now, is he going to book anyone? No. Great. I hope he doesn't, because that's the way we want the game to flow. It's exactly what we wanted. Said them two are going to be aggressive in the midfield, and they certainly have been.
Free kick taken short and quickly by Liverpool with Konate. Wolves working really hard without the ball. Trailing by a goal to nil, half an hour gone. Konate 5 yards inside the Wolves half. Stands on the ball in his white boots, now brings it forward. He's looking for a pass, decided to go on a run here. Konate, 25 yards from goals, dispossessed, drags back Cunha. Well, we are going to see, I think, a yellow card for Konate. That's exactly the same as the two previous offences, and Simon Hooper's shown a yellow for that one, but not the other two. Stephen, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, he pointed down the other end of the pitch, Simon Hooper, as if to say it's not your first foul. If he's given a yellow card for that, I'm not sure about it at all. It's just an arm around almost the midriff of Cunha.
I'm trying to think of the other one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking myself. I was trying to look at it, but he clearly pointed down the other end of the pitch, and I was thinking, I'm not sure he did give something away, but there we go.
He's in possession on a yellow card, Konate. Midway inside his own half. Now, Virgil van Dijk. Slow, patient build-up from Liverpool. Halfway line with Diaz. Switches the play to Konate again. He's got Cunha with him for company. That's lovely from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Little reverse pass inside for Szoboszlai. Plays a sweeping, raking long pass to Diaz, brings it down on his chest. Now plays a little overlap ball to Robertson. It's parried. Chance here for Liverpool. Jota fires it. Good save at his near post by Jose Sarr. Really good save. And Liverpool come close to scoring again. They have a corner.
Yeah, well, when you play five at the back, you've got to get switches of play, but you've also got to get overlapping runs, and that's the best we've seen from Andrew Robertson and Diaz linking up. Lovely ball from Andrew Robertson, fired across the box, and as Diogo Jota picked it up, it's such a difficult angle. He had Trent Alexander-Arnold in a better position. Should have perhaps passed it to him, and he wants a goal for himself as well.
Trent Alexander-Arnold made that abundantly clear, that he was in a great position, unmarked, 15 yards out, on his right foot, and Jota decided to take a touch, then fire from a tight angle. In comes the corner for Liverpool from McAllister. Does fall for Trent Alexander-Arnold, fires it over the crossbar and into the Kop.
His eyes lit up, Trent Alexander-Arnold, as the ball drops to him, bouncing into him, perfect height. And you're thinking, just hit the target, just strike it as hard and as low as you can. Just cuts across it ever so slightly. Difficult skill. If anyone can hit that, it is him.
Liverpool 1, Wolves 0. 33 minutes on the clock. Luis Diaz with a very unusual goal. Came off his midriff, long ball from Sarr, just floats over everyone and all the way through to Alisson in the Liverpool goal. Konate in possession, yellow ball, a hush at Anfield, waiting for something to happen. Maybe it will with Salah, he miscontrols, but might get another bite at the cherry. He's done really well there in defence at the back as Totti Gomez, and they've got possession with Agbadou. Good pass through the ball, like him so far, Agbadou. Now it's with Cunha, left-hand side. Good defending from Trent Alexander-Arnold, because he had a one-on-one situation there, Cunha. That's what he'll want. He'll want to be out there against Trent Alexander-Arnold on his own, and Alexander-Arnold did well as Wolves have possession on the halfway line. Agbadou. Good ball again, Ait-Nouri. Little triangles now, nice 1-2. Ait-Nouri again. Sarabia. A little spell of possession inside Liverpool territory, which has been rare in this game so far for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fourth from bottom of the Premier League, only 2 points above the relegation zone. Ball forward looking for Cunha, cleared, taken down by Konate, back to his goalkeeper, and Liverpool will try and play out. Lofted ball forward down the line, intercepted by Wolves, but Liverpool have possession back on the halfway line. Going to try a little ball here in towards Diaz. Is he going to get there first? Is that a penalty? Yes, it is. Well, that was clumsy from Jose Sarr, who came out and challenged Luis Diaz. Of course, the video assistant referee will have a look at what kind of contact. They are complaining en masse about this one, the Wolves players, but from our angle, from this far away, it did look like a penalty.
Yeah, my first thoughts were it's a penalty. Agbadou has played exceptionally well so far. He just misses the ball. I think what they're claiming is perhaps that there's a push in the back of Agbadou from Luis Diaz. There isn't. Then it's about Jose Sarr. Does he get a touch on the ball, or does he take out Diaz? The other question will be is, once Diaz gets the touch, will he get the next touch? Will he get control of the ball? It doesn't matter. He draws the goalkeeper out, he creates a foul, and it's a clear penalty. It will go to VAR, but I'd be very surprised if they overturn this.
I don't think he's got a touch on the ball from the two replays I've seen. The goalkeeper, I haven't seen a good enough replay of whether there's a push on Agbadou, but I'm not sure there is. And then there's definitely contact, Sarr to Diaz. VAR check complete. Penalty for Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the right decision. Now it's up to Mohamed Salah to do what he's done so well from the penalty spot this season, to keep calm under pressure. And you just feel if Liverpool are to score this, then it will take the game away from Wolves. It'll make it so difficult for them. He's just going for his usual routine of trying to stay as calm as he can.
He's kissed the ball. He's just stroked his cropped hair forward, Mo Salah. And he's just staring at the ball, taking deep breaths, takes 3 big steps backwards. Can Jose Sarr make up for giving away the penalty by saving it? Salah stands, hands on hips, takes that little run to the side. Up he steps, left-footed, and he dinks it down the middle, Mo Salah. It's a really nice penalty, cool as you like. Sarr kicks the base of the post. Salah with his 23rd Premier League goal of the season. It's Liverpool 2, Wolves 0.
Well, it's all about routine from Mohamed Salah. It's making sure that he goes through that same routine that he goes through every time he tries to take a penalty, making sure that he stays calm in that situation. And it's a routine penalty from him, down the middle, sends Sarr the wrong way. And just listen to the Liverpool fans now. Did he get the assist for the first goal as well, John?
Gonna have a look.
We need to look, don't we? Because them stats are just phenomenal from Mohamed Salah. If it's another goal and another assist in a game, it's just a remarkable season for him.
He didn't get the assist for the first goal. He needs one more to equal Steve McManaman in the 95-96 season. He's got 14. That would make it level with McManaman on 15-95-96. Here come Wolves at the other end. Wolves player goes to ground, head injury, which I think is why the referee has stopped it.
Yeah, it is, but they want Konate sent off here. They want Konate to get another yellow card. They're saying it's a clear head injury or a clash from Konate, and he goes into Matheus Cunha. But they want a yellow card for Konate.
And they're also, I think, complaining that he didn't let the game go because they were about to fire a shot. Konate just charges into Cunha. His eyes are on the ball. It's definitely clumsy when you're on a yellow card. And he's shown a yellow card to Agbadou for complaining, asking for a yellow card again. So he's been consistent with that in the game so far. It is a free kick for Wolves, though, in a really dangerous spot on the edge of the D.
Yeah, I wondered whether he might just let the game breathe ever so slightly, because Semedo did have an opportunity. Now, he got the shot away. It was a poor shot, but whether he'd heard the whistle and it wasn't a full attempt at goal, the Wolves fans, they're furious. They think it should have been carried on. It's a good opportunity for Wolves in a position now 7 or 8 yards outside the penalty box, and Matheus Cunha stood over the ball.
We know he's got quality from this kind of range. Matheus Cunha, he'll definitely fancy this, I would have thought. They've got the draft excluder out, Liverpool. 5 in the wall. It's 25 yards out, just to the left of the D. And Matheus Cunha is over it. There's movement ahead of him. Up he steps, right-footed, brilliant free kick, just wide. It looked in. It looked in from our angle, and Alisson was beaten, and it shaved his left-hand post.
I thought it was in. I really thought it was in, John. You're right, it does. It just whistles past the right-hand post, the left post of Alisson. He's at full stretch. He doesn't get the... If it goes on target, he's not getting anywhere near it. Lovely technique from Matheus Cunha.
Very, very nice free kick as the wind picks up, knocks over a water bottle. Meanwhile, Rayan Aït-Nouri into the penalty area, goes down, just lost his balance, and he's given the handball while he's on the ground, and he can't believe it, Rayan Aït-Nouri. And the Wolves fans, they do feel aggrieved behind the goal to my left-hand side. They do feel like they haven't had things going their way so far.
No, but they can't see the way Aït-Nouri falls, that he handles the ball, but it is, he just puts his arm on the ball, and that prevents it going out of play. So they can be aggrieved all they want, the Wolves fans, but it is a handball.
Are there any rules for an unnatural position when you're on the ground and you've just fallen over? No idea. You can't see where the ball is. Wolves play the ball down the line. They've responded well to the goal. In fact, their performance hasn't been that bad. They've just been undone a couple of times, and you get punished against teams like Liverpool. That's a free kick. Little push in the back there on Gomez by Jota, and they've taken it quickly. Here's Semedo, 10 yards inside his own half. Jota wins the ball back. Just caught a bit of Semedo as he got the ball there. Just went through the back of him slightly, and it's a free kick to Wolves, 10 yards inside their own half.
Pressure's relentless from Liverpool when they lose the ball, though, isn't it? You can see what Wolves are trying to do. They're just trying to get Gomez and Joao Gomez and Andre on the ball, but Jota is relentless in his pressing from behind, making sure that he doesn't allow them any freedom on the ball.
Here come Wolves down the right-hand side. They've got players forward again. Here's Cunha, back to goal, 35 yards out. Goes back to Andre, and now Doherty. Just a few yards inside the Liverpool half. So Liverpool this time are the ones sitting in their shape, and Wolves are the ones trying to unpick it. Trailing by 2-0. Cross in from the right-hand side, left-footed. Cleared away by Liverpool. Might be a break on. This is where it could get messy for Wolves, but that's well read, well intercepted by Totti Gomez, and Liverpool are having to retreat again because Wolves have got possession midway inside the Liverpool half. Centre field with Cunha, who swings in the ball into the penalty area. Ended up being a shot on target. That'll go down as a shot on target. Alisson falling on the ball to his left, but he didn't intend it as a shot, and now they look a little bit more open than they did before, Wolves, as they try and find a way back into this game. It's Luis Diaz. Diaz plays a low ball. Here's Salah. Salah should really have hit it. Gets the ball back. Chance for Salah. Curls it high and wide and over the corner of bar and post and behind into the Kop. And Wolves got to be careful here. They are trying to get back into the game and committing players forward, but they are leaving themselves wide open on the counter.
Yeah, they are, and for once Mohamed Salah gets it wrong. It's the right idea. He just stuns the pass a little bit too much and takes too much pace off it, because the ball into Szoboszlai was the right pass, and it would have been a free shot on goal for him. But as you say, John, Wolves looking a little bit stretched when they go forward. Those defensive positions are getting dragged a little bit more as the half goes on.
Throw in for Wolves, midway inside their own half on the left-hand side. Wolves have never beaten a side top of the Premier League away from home. 30 goals conceded away this season now. As now Diaz is in possession for Liverpool. Square to Jota. Seems like there's more space than earlier on for Liverpool when they're on the attack. Wolves are trying to get back into their shape. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Swings a ball into the penalty area. Doesn't beat the Wolves player on the edge of the penalty area. Now they're in possession with Andre, Wolves, and now Semedo on the halfway line, and he's managed to beat Robertson. Robertson's out of position, plays a low early ball, had loads of grass to run into, but here they are in possession in midfield, moving forward. Down the right with Semedo again. João Gomez gets the ball to Semedo. Now they've got some space. Left-footed strike over the crossbar and behind. Sarabia with a left-footed curler, the Spaniard, and didn't trouble the goal, and it's a goal kick for Liverpool, and we're coming up to half-time with Liverpool winning by 2-0.
Yeah, a little bit wasteful down that right-hand side there from Sarabia. Oh, it's Semedo, sorry. In the first instinct, he got away from Andrew Robertson, and then you're thinking, OK, pick the right pass now, or keep going and drive at Virgil van Dijk. But he panicked and he tried to get the ball into the area too quickly. Van Dijk just held his ground, and a simple interception, but it's been a little bit wasteful at times, Wolves.
3 minutes added time at the end of the first half. 3 minutes.
As you've just heard, 3 minutes added time at the end of the first half, and Wolves are in possession with Doherty. Deep in his own half, goes on a run with the ball, finds Semedo on the right-hand side. Wolves looking to get one back before half-time. Totti Gomez brings the ball forward, and Liverpool much more content to sit off Wolves and sit more in their shape, leading by with this 2-goal cushion that they've got now. Doherty takes on Diaz and beats him and goes on a run forward. Doherty then goes down, and it's a free kick to Wolves, and Doherty gets onto his knees, puts his arms out to the side as if to say, where's the yellow card? He's already been booked for complaining about asking for a yellow card, so I think he was quite careful in what direction he showed the referee wasn't happy about it.
I'm just trying to see what's happened here, because McAllister's gone down and he's almost saying that Doherty stood on his foot. Well, the referee hasn't branded any yellow cards. He felt it was just a coming together between the two players.
Yeah, looks okay. He's back up on his feet, McAllister, and Wolves are in possession inside the Liverpool half with Semedo. Now they've got possession on the right, byline. Ball back across, Ryan Ait-Nouri, Sarabia's strike hits the legs of the Liverpool defender, and now they might break over halfway with Luis Diaz, who goes forward in his body check.
He has to book him.
The referee says no free kick, and I think you're saying if Luis Diaz wasn't fouled, he's dived, and Wolves have got an opportunity here. They're in the penalty area, they're in a good position. Cunha strikes it, kicks almost thin air, gets another bite of the cherry, tries to put in a low cross. Liverpool intercept. Just mop up what you're thinking here with Diaz.
Yeah, I just think if Diaz is going forward and he plays the ball and then he goes to ground and the referee thinks that it's not a foul, then it's simulation. You have to book it. What a ball from Salah.
Salah into the penalty area. Keeper comes, Doherty comes across and takes it off his goalkeeper. There's been a few communication problems between Sarr and his defence so far in this game, and luckily they've got away with that one from a Wolves perspective, because Doherty clears it out of play for a Liverpool throw on the right-hand side.
Just seeing it again, the Diaz. It is simulation, so you have to book him, and that's a strange one that referees are finding difficult to deal with at the moment.
He could have just gone round him, couldn't he? But he's deliberately run into him and then gone down, yeah. Low cross in from Liverpool, cleared away by Sarabia for Wolves, trying to find the run of Guedes down the left-hand side, but Liverpool have possession back. And we've had the 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, and the boos you could hear in the background from the Wolverhampton Wanderers fans, who feel like they haven't had the rub of the green so far in terms of the decisions in the first half. Liverpool leading by 2-0 thanks to those goals from Diaz and Salah from the penalty spot, Stephen Warner.
Yeah, really interesting game. I think we knew it was going to be difficult for Liverpool because of the way that Wolves had set themselves up with 5 at the back. They have to be patient, and they were patient, and the one time that Wolves really broke shape in the first half, Liverpool capitalised and managed to get themselves ahead, and then Jose Sarr giving a penalty away. Lovely run from Luis Diaz, who's scored a goal, won a penalty for his team. Just interestingly here, Steve, I'm just watching who's warming up, and it's Jarrell Quansah, and it feels like that foul from Konate, which many thought could have been a second yellow card. I don't think we'll see Konate in this second half now.
sometimes... Sorry, John.
Sorry, Steve. Go on.
That's all right. Sometimes, Stephen, that sort of tells you something about how even the home side felt about the decision.
Yeah, exactly that. And I think what Arne Slot is being very clever with this season is making changes straight after those decisions. Some people say it's clever or very obvious, but you've got to make those decisions because effectively they could change the course of the game. And I certainly thought, I didn't think it was necessarily a yellow card, but I think you're living on a knife edge now where you think if you make one more mistake within that second half, then the referee's got the option just to send you off.
Do you know, Stephen, normally I'd probably ask you about someone who's had like a major impact, i.e. scored a goal in the first half, but actually I'm just picking you up on something you said which I thought was fascinating about Dominic Szoboszlai and the Steven Gerrard running style. I've never thought about it before, but oh my God, you could put Gerrard's head on his shoulders, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's the long legs and the stride, isn't it? The stride pattern, it's the way he runs. He's got such similarities to Gerrard in his running style, certainly. I mean, obviously Gerrard with his passing ability and his goal scoring is completely different, but he's got such a running power for this Liverpool team, and that's why you see Jota and him get through so much work up front and in the way that they close down oppositions, and they are almost a front four now. It used to be a front three, but Arne Slot's implemented them a lot higher up the pitch.
Thank you very much, you two, for the time being. So Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. Liverpool, as it stands, would go up to 60 points. They would be 7 ahead of Arsenal, having both played 25 games. From the top of the Premier League to the top of the Women's Super League, Chelsea at home to Everton, half-time. Sahel Sahi.
Yeah, not the most illuminating 45 minutes here, Steve. It's Chelsea 0, Everton 0. Chelsea, they're hogging possession, but they'll be disappointed they haven't worked the Everton goalkeeper. Lauren James, she looks the chief architect of anything positive, while Everton, they'll need to gamble with some attacking play if they're to cause an upset. Half-time here, Chelsea 0, Everton 0.
Already today, Arsenal have beaten Tottenham at the Emirates by 5-0 in the WSL. The other full-time score, Manchester United 3, Crystal Palace 1. We'll be hearing from United player Grace Clinton shortly. We'll also have our first look ahead to the 4:30 commentary on Premier League Sunday, which is Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. We'll do all of that before second half commentary at Anfield. Let's get the news on 5 Live with Jill McKenzie.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Thanks, Steve. Good afternoon. The Business Secretary, Jonathan Reynolds, says there can be no durable peace in Ukraine without Kyiv and its European partners involved. US and Russian officials will meet in the next few days. European leaders will hold a summit tomorrow to discuss concerns that America is locking them out of peace talks. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is warning that the gates of hell will open unless all hostages held in Gaza are released. He was speaking after talks with the visiting US Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Jerusalem. Home Office figures show 240 people crossed the channel in 4 small boats yesterday. Ministers say they'll stop at nothing to catch people smuggling gangs. And unions are welcoming the government's promise to provide up to £2.5 billion worth of support to the British steel industry. The money will go towards new technology and to bring down the cost of production.
The Champions League. Right here on BBC Radio 5 Live. On Tuesday at 8. Bayern Munich versus Celtic.
Heading back, it's scuffed it. And it beats Neuer at the near post. And Celtic do have a goal back.
And on Wednesday at 8. Real Madrid versus Manchester City.
Bellingham is there. And Bellingham scores. Real Madrid have stolen it right at the end.
The Champions League. Listen live. Ask your smart speaker
To play BBC Radio 5 Live.
This is 5 Live Sport.
With Steve Crossman.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
It's Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, half-time at Anfield, second half commentary on the way. In the WSL North London derby, Arsenal beat Tottenham 5-0. Alessia Russo got one of the goals and was player of the match.
We put on a performance that was for the fans. Spells that we want to work on, of course, but really, really pleased.
Another goal for yourself. Sadly, the first one went down as an own goal. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but what is it about this fixture in particular that brings out the best in you?
I feel like, it's the North London derby. I think when you come to Arsenal, you understand the rivalry and the history of this game. But we want that in every game as well. Today was really important for us, for the club and for the fans. We want to keep pushing and we've got a massive end to the season.
You make scoring goals look easy. Does it feel easy?
No, it doesn't feel easy. There's a lot of work that we're doing in the background, but it's been really fun. As forwards, we're getting lots of finishing and lots of stuff in training, so it's nice to see it come to fruition.
And just finally, Chloe Kelly made her second debut for the club today, a player you obviously know very well from England. What's it like linking up with her at club level now?
It's really nice. Since she's come in, she's been great. Seems like she's been here for a long time. She's just chatty Chloe that we all love. So, yeah, you can see her qualities on the pitch, and the first day of training, the standard from her was so high. So, yeah, we're really excited to have her.
That's Alessia Russo with Joe Curry. Nightmare then for Spurs. They've only won one of their last 9 away games in the WSL. Here's manager Robert Villahan with Joe.
Well, Robert, that clearly didn't go to plan. Where did it go so horribly wrong today?
I think overall the whole game, Arsenal is extremely good and better than us. I think the first 10, 12, 15 minutes is the best we have in the game. Then they push us down, and then they score that goal, and then they are dictating the game. I think when we do the substitutions in second half, we get back in the game a little bit, but then they are very clinical when they get extra chances as well. So fair play, they were really good.
You've not kept a clean sheet in the Women's Super League since March last year. You've conceded over 20 away goals this season. How concerned are you about the defensive stats of your team at the moment?
I mean, obviously today is 5 goals, which is tough, right? But it's some really good finishing as well. But the concern is how we can make sure we become better in and out of possession, how we can compete more. And right now we are having problem to compete with the top 3 teams. And this is more like the overall of that. Then if you look at the goals that we consider, it's a few of them we need to fix how we box defend better. And we're working on it, and we make sure we want to get better on that. And then it's a few of the goals that are amazing shots, which is really hard to save or protect us from. But definitely it's a mixture of how we need to be better there. But we have had much better games the last 4 or 5 in how we defend. So this game was not like the normal games.
Spurs boss Robert Villahan. That leaves Arsenal in third then. They're 3 points behind second place Manchester United, who beat bottom of the table Crystal Palace 3-1. Grace Clinton got the third goal. She's been speaking to Nathan Alban.
Well, Grace, Palace didn't make it easy for you, but you got the win in the end.
Yeah, definitely. It was a tough competition today. We already know the good and they can get results. So, yeah, we went out there and we did what we needed to do.
Yeah, you seem to like scoring against Crystal Palace.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, to be fair, but you always like to get a goal.
Yeah, talk me through it. Headed goal, Ella Toom with the delivery. Guess it helps when you got someone like her in the team.
Yeah, we were doing set pieces yesterday and I got a couple of goals and everyone was like, do it on match day now. So, yeah, it was perfect delivery, so I just thought I had to try and put my head on it, and I did.
How do you see it then? The title race towards the top of the table. Obviously Chelsea making life hard, but you're hanging in there.
Yeah, we're doing what we need to do. I think the main thing about us is we're just focusing on ourselves. We need to win every single game that's coming up, and then obviously just try and close the gap as much as possible. They're obviously a good side and they're doing very well, but just got to hope that someone can take some points off them and we can get up there.
That's Grace Clinton. The other game is Chelsea 0, Everton 0 at half-time. 2 games at 3 o'clock in the WSL. Leicester, Aston Villa and West Ham, Brighton. Then the 6:45 game is Manchester City versus Liverpool. In Scotland at half-time, it's St Mirren 0, Hibs 0 already today. Rangers have won 3-1 at Hearts. That leaves them, for what it's worth, I think this ship has long since sailed, but 13 points behind Celtic. At least a small boost for Philippe Clement after that Scottish Cup defeat to Queen's Park. Our commentary at 4:30 this afternoon from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs versus Manchester United. Correspondent John Murray and Clinton Morrison are there. 14th versus 15th, John. That's how we're billing it.
I know. Who would have thought it would have come to this for Tottenham and Manchester United in the second half of February? But that is where they are. So, we're looking at a Tottenham who've been knocked out of the domestic cups in their last couple of matches this month, and Manchester United who've lost. It's almost, when you look at it sort of defies belief that they've lost 11 Premier League games already this season. And the news as well, which we heard yesterday about losing Amad Diallo, which is such a blow for them with an ankle injury. In his social media post, he said he would be out for some time. We'll obviously hear more on that from Ruben Amorim later, but it seems to be being taken that means for the rest of the season.
And I suppose, Clinton, it's an especially big blow because if you were to take any Manchester United player and say, whoa, they've looked the best under Ruben Amorim, it might well be him.
No, I think you're right. I think it is him. I think he's been the best player. There's been a few that have been decent, but for me, he's been right up there and deserved his new contract. It's a huge blow. When I heard the news yesterday afternoon, I was shocked because I was coming to this game today thinking he could be the bright spot for Man United. It'd be interesting when the team news does drop who fills in for him. But yeah, it's a huge blow to lose him.
There won't be any Kobbie Mainoo either, John Murray. It's almost like, when you've heard of sympathy pains, Manchester United picking up injuries because they're playing Tottenham.
But also, I mean, Ruben Amorim, it never rains but it pours, does it? After the big fanfare and the big expectation when he came in here and how he was, even though they've not played actually since a week past Friday, he's ended up still picking up injuries during the course of this last week. So it's certainly a test of everything that he's got.
I almost wonder, Clinton, whether what's happened at Manchester United has been really good for Ange Postecoglou. And the reason I say that is there is absolute exhibit A of why changing a manager and appointing a new full-time manager mid-season does not automatically mean your problems go away.
Yeah, it doesn't always. I agree with you. If Man United wanted to bring in Ruben Amorim, should have made that decision at the start of the season. And that's what I say with Ange Postecoglou. Don't judge him when he has all his players back, because you look at, and I know sometimes people can say it's an excuse. And listen, Man United have got key players out this afternoon, but when you've got 8 or 9 first-team regulars who start out of your team, you take that from any other first-team and Premier League team, they would be struggling. So I think it has been poor under Ange. This is a massive game as well, Crossy, for Tottenham. It's a bigger game for Tottenham, I think, this afternoon than Man United. It's a massive game going out of all the cups. But I think Ange has to stay for now and judge him when all the players are back.
And again, he repeats it, everything that he said to us last Sunday night, Ange Postecoglou, in his programme notes today, talking about the efforts of the players for the past 2.5 months. He says they have been outstanding, and that is the difference. And I think it is right for him to point it out. And people will say, well, what about Bournemouth? Which is certainly true, the players that they didn't have available. But for such a long period of time for Tottenham, I think I think he does. There is certainly something in what he says.
Also, Clinton, they've clearly had a lot of injuries in terms of conceding goals, and we've spoken so much about Mickey van der Ven and so much about Christian Romero, maybe a bit less about Vicario, who might be back today.
Yeah, it'd be a huge boost to have Vicario. He's outstanding goalie. Remember when he first came here, he thought he's a bit susceptible to crosses and stuff. People were targeting him, but I think he's an outstanding. When you've got the spine of your team, goalkeeper, centre-half, midfield and striker, all back fit on firing, you should be doing all right. I think he's a key figure for them. Hopefully, there's talk maybe Maddison being back, Destiny and Doggy, and obviously in the squad today. And then you've got the likes of Odobert, who they signed for Burnley. He's not really kicked a ball in anger. He's back in training with Timo Werner, Brennan Johnson. So the players are slowly but surely coming back, and that'd be good news for Ange.
But even though it is 15th against 14th, it feels there's an awful lot riding on this match. If one or the other loses it,
I mean, because if Ange loses it, John makes a good point. He's under huge pressure. I think Ruben Amorim will get towards the summer and the start of next season, but with Ange Postecoglou against a Man United team that will be weakened today, it'll be under massive pressure, Crossy.
Yeah, because if you're a fan of either of these teams, John Murray, you're probably thinking, God, they're in a terrible position as well. What if even we lose to them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course Manchester United have got the FA Cup as well, and the Europa League, and Tottenham have still got the Europa League. But just in their state, that does feel a little bit like jam tomorrow, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'll throw it out there, Crossy. Them two are the favourites for me, Man United and Tottenham to win the Europa League. I know. I'll throw it out there. I just dangle a carrot.
I thought you meant they're the favourites today. I was going to say, we'll talk about covering your bases.
No, I think the Europa League. So, yeah, listeners, come on. You can come back at me. I'm waiting.
Yes, although I heard it said, because they're now in the same bracket in the draw in the Europa League, wasn't it? So the word was, well, they can't meet until the final.
Exactly.
But someone said to me, well, they can't meet in the final either because they're not good enough.
Ouch.
Which I thought was very harsh.
Yeah, probably. John Clinton, thank you very much. Much more to come then from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs versus Manchester United in full at 4:30. Once we're done at Anfield. Changes, John Akers.
Changes indeed. Yeah, we are going to see 2 substitutions here. So you were absolutely right, Stephen Warner, because Wolves get us underway for the second half with Liverpool leading by 2-0. Jarrod Quansah has come on to replace Ibrahim Konate because of that yellow card, and then the near potential yellow card. A yellow card if you're a Wolves fan, and never a yellow card if you're a Liverpool fan. I think that's what the thinking is there, as Liverpool in possession at the back.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think what they're worried about him potentially picking up another yellow card and being sent off in the game. So sensible from Arne Slot, and then Wolves have also made a couple of changes themselves. And here is one of the subs.
I'll get to those in just a second, as there's a big chance early on, and Alisson has to grab it above his head as it deflected off Cunha. He didn't know much about it, just hit his shin, ballooned up, and claimed by the Liverpool goalkeeper above his head, and bowls it out straight away to Robertson, running down the left-hand side. Space for Jota. He's found a little pocket 35 yards from goal, running forward, plays it into the feet of Diaz, but he's overhit that, and it's through to Jose Sarr. So a couple of changes then for Wolves at half-time. Manetzi, the new signing, is on. He'll play midfield. Sarabi has gone off, and Bellegarde has come on, scored the first goal against Aston Villa in their Premier League win against them at Molineux, and Gonzalo Guedes has made way. What do you make of those changes for Wolves, Stephen?
Didn't realise Gonzalo Guedes was playing. He did nothing in the first half, didn't touch the ball, didn't have an impact on it one bit. Sarabia, a little bit surprised at. I thought he did okay in the first half, was positive in the runs that he made, but obviously the manager feels that he needs to change the style of play a little bit more direct. I'd say Bellegarde's more of a ball carrier, isn't he, in the way that he plays.
Yeah, picked up a knock towards the end of that game against Villa, and is back fit for today, but was on the bench obviously, and has just made his way into the centre of midfield. And Manetzi, sort of a box-to-box midfielder, as Liverpool are in possession with Diaz, and now Jota level with the penalty area on the left-hand side, but he's forced to turn back towards Robertson, and now they'll go all the way back to the halfway line to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk in his orange boots, square to Robertson. Can Wolves find a way back into this game as the ball's played from left to right? It looks like Manetzi's going to go and play up front here for Wolves, which isn't naturally his natural position. The 28-year-old Zimbabwean, who's also come from Reims, made his debut against Blackburn. I think because they've got players out in that position at the moment, Wolves, that he's kind of been forced into a position which isn't natural to him, but they're hoping he'll give him some focus through the middle. He's a physical presence. Still messes with me a bit that he's wearing number 5 like John Hartson used to, playing up front. Doesn't sit comfortably with me. And Liverpool are in possession. I don't know about you, 5's playing up front.
Yeah, you look at it and think he's at the wrong end of the pitch.
It's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong. Robertson running forward down the left-hand side for Liverpool. Got a little bit of space. Tries a crossfield ball to Salah. Well intercepted by Gomez. Gomez beats the challenge of Szoboszlai. And now Wolves in possession on the right-hand side with Semedo and Cunha 5 yards inside the Liverpool half. Szoboszlai has been very, very good closing down. In fact, him and Alexis McAllister, you made a good point in the first half, Stephen, been very good, haven't they, when Wolves have got possession midfield, coming across, intercepting, getting little nicks, toes in.
Yeah, well, that chance that fell to Cunha in the first couple of minutes, or the first minute of this half, was intercepted by McAllister, because he gets in between Van Dijk and Quansah, makes sure that he nullifies that danger, tracks his runner extremely well. What
a lovely touch. Here's a big chance. Manetzi for Wolves. Great save by Alisson. Made himself big. Stayed up for as long as he could. One-on-one. Potentially should have scored. Here's Rayan Aït-Nouri for Wolves. Edge of the penalty area. Big chance. Best of the game so far for Wolves. It was a lovely little flick ball through. Here comes a cross. Deflected. Strike from Andre. Wolves in possession with Cunha. We'll get Stephen's thoughts on that chance in just a second, but Wolves still in possession. What about that from Manetzi, who's going to have a try from distance here? Or who was that who had a try? I think it might have been Agbadou, was it?
Yeah.
He's just had a try from 45 yards out.
Yeah, well, it was his ball through the middle and then a lovely little flick round the corner from Bellegarde into Menezzi as he went through in a 1v1 situation. But Alisson's just a master at getting close to people. He closes angles down. He makes the goal look so small because he's so committed to coming out. But once he gets to a position, he holds his ground and he knows then he's in control of the situation. Incredible at 1v1s.
Do you know what? He doesn't do a lot wrong there, Menezzi. He lifts the ball, sees him coming out, times the shot well, left-footed. He does lift it because he sees Alisson going down, but Alisson just stretches up, reaches up and manages to get hold of it.
Oh my word, what a ball.
Great ball outside of the foot to Mo Salah, edge of the penalty area. Salah twisting and turning and scoring. He's offside.
Oh, wow.
He's offside. Flag's gone up. They'll check it with VAR, obviously. Mo Salah's laughing. He's laughing because he just saw the flag turn around, saw the flag go up. They will have a check here, but it was pretty definite. The ball out from the back, is he in his own half? He's not. I think he is just off.
Oh, it's very close though, isn't it? But that ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold is just delightful. Just the outside of the foot, but then Mohamed Salah gets Totti in a 1v1 situation and Totti's petrified. He's backing off, and it has been disallowed.
Wolves in possession. Centre field with Bellegarde. Semedo crosses from the right-hand side, flicks off a Liverpool head. Cunha, nice first touch. Second touch, can't find Rayan Aït-Nouri. Trent Alexander-Arnold loses possession. Wolves have got it back. Game's wide open. Rayan Aït-Nouri into the penalty area, cleared away.
Oh, Alisson's got a problem here.
He's just gone down off the ball, Alisson, and is waving both arms in the air. He's sitting on the turf. He's just grabbed his water bottle. Yeah, this doesn't look good.
No, I think it's just a knock to the shin. He's got a cut on his shin, so it's nothing major. So what you'll see is that just as Bellegarde went through, whether there was a challenge and whether he's just caught the shin of Alisson as he goes through, that looks like the reason he's gone down. I was concerned that it was out of nowhere, but we're seeing the replay again, so it's nothing to worry about. And we've seen the close-up of his shin. It is just a cut.
Yeah, when you see him go down like that, you think muscle or knee, don't you, usually? And it wasn't either. It's just as Menezzi's going through one-on-one, he's just caught him with his trailing leg. And, goal at Chelsea. Let's get an update from there. And go to Sahel Sahi.
Huge surprise here, John. It's Chelsea 0, Everton 1. The goal coming after 51 minutes through Kelly Gargo. It was played through by Tony Payne inside the penalty area, left-hand side. A lovely left-footed finish high into the back of the net. Massive upset at the moment. Chelsea 0, Everton 1.
Thank you, Sahel. As the bandage is going on Alisson's leg, taping it up. Must have felt some discomfort from it. Must have saw the blood maybe coming through his sock and thought, I'm going to get this sorted now.
Yeah, he must have just had a little peek at it and thought there's no point in carrying on this way. But also what he's probably thought is, how can I stop the momentum of Wolves? Because it's been a really positive start to the second half of Wolves. And he could have found themselves back in the game. Apart from that save from Alisson, Menezzi with a great opportunity, but positive from Wolves, and the changes have had an impact.
Liverpool 2-0 up. Could easily have been 2-1 if it wasn't for Alisson, as Wolves look to find a way back into it. They've scored at least 2 now, Liverpool, in their last 9 at Anfield. That's just in last 10 rather at Anfield. That's 24 in total, which just shows you how good they have been here. 54 minutes gone, 5 live. Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. Still to come, Spurs versus Manchester United, with John Murray and Clinton Morrison, as Wolves play the ball downfield, looking for Menezzi, cleared out of play. There's a heavy touch from him, and it'll be a throw-in for Liverpool, halfway line. Robertson takes the throw. Van Dijk. The pattern of this is that Wolves are going to have a go, as they've got to. And there will be space, like we've just seen for Mo Salah, with that direct long pass. If they can find the ball from back to front, there will be space. What a spicy turn. That is brilliantly done by Aït-Nouri, and Wolves in possession 5 yards inside their own half. with Semedo on the right-hand side. Chips the ball down the line, intercepted by Robertson. Yourcene's got no assist this season. I was quite surprised to see that, Andy Robertson.
I think a lot of people are saying it hasn't been his best season so far, but he also plays in a different position now. He's tucked in as a back three when they have the ball, so he's probably not marauding as high up the pitch as he has done in previous years under Jurgen Klopp.
And he does well there. Robertson intercepts, finds Diaz, and Diaz goes down, and it's a free kick for Liverpool, and he'll just take a little bit of time over it, which they can do now. They've got that luxury, Liverpool. Penalty from Salah in the first half. Diaz, he was caught by Sarr as he raced out of his goal, just got there. We've seen both goals really have come from determination and will to get there from Luis Diaz. The first goal scored by him came off his midriff, and he just got there ahead of the goalkeeper, just tried to get any part of his body on it. As that was close to being an interception, but Liverpool have got possession with Diaz. Running through the middle, ball with the outside of his boot, finds Salah, 25 yards from goal, little dink pass, here is Robertson, back across, doesn't find a red shirt. Wolves should clear it, had gone out of play, it was offside I should say, against Robertson as he made that run forward. I thought we were going to have a Robertson assist there.
Oh, so did I thought, we just talked about it, but we talked about him not being a marauding fullback, and this time he does find himself high up the pitch, but he's 2 or 3 yards offside.
He marauded too early, and Wolves have possession near halfway, trailing 2-0, 56 minutes gone. Grey day in Liverpool, seagulls circling overhead. Big day this for Liverpool.
Oh, what a touch.
Lovely touch from Sloboslai. Finds Gravenberg, who charges forward, loads of space, still going, Jota in the penalty area, brought down. Penalty for Liverpool. He was caught, I think he slipped the defender. I think it was Agbadou who slipped as he wrong-footed him, Jota, and he was definitely caught. And Simon Hooper was right there, and we've got a second penalty of the game for Liverpool. What a run from Gravenberg through the middle though, Stephen Warnock.
Absolutely brilliant, and not only from Gravenberg, Szoboszlai with the little flick to Gravenberg to start the move, but there was also another little moment in that move where I thought, what play that is. It was Diogo Jota, and he just slowed down as he went to receive a pass, and he just bumped Doherty out the way, and it allowed him that little bit of space, and it allowed him 2 or 3 yards to get on the ball. And Agbadou came in, he side down Diogo Jota, and now he's down injured.
It is an interesting one because Agbadou has completely messed up the sliding tackle. He's nowhere near Jota really, slides past him, and then Jota catches his left foot on the defender. If you just look, he's almost running past him, Stephen, if you watch the replay.
Well, they're having a VAR check now to see whether it's definitely a penalty or whether it is a simulation.
Well, I think he's missed him, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think we're not probably seeing the right position or the right camera angle. We're going to have to see it again.
Simon Hooper's gone to have a look, because I think this challenge from Agbadou has missed Jota, and then Jota has flicked out his left leg to make contact with Agbadou as he's sliding past him. Yeah. I think it's such a bad tackle that he's nowhere near him.
Yeah, I think you're right, John. It'll be interesting to see another camera angle of it, whether we can see a different position.
We're seeing now what Simon Hooper can see. I'm not sure that's the most helpful angle, but it does show him completely sitting on his backside, sliding past him.
Yeah, I don't think it's a penalty.
I don't either. And then Jota's left leg flicks out, kicks the backside of the defender while he's on the ground.
You've got to show him a different angle as well, though.
That's not the right angle. Yeah. What's he going to do? No pen.
No penalty. It's the right decision.
It is.
And Liverpool fans will be irate, and they'll think it's a clear penalty. Well, and I can hear people behind me saying, because they can see our monitors, and they're saying, well, where's the other angle? I don't think you need to see another angle. It's quite clear.
Real time looks like a penalty.
Yeah.
Because he's slid in, he's not got the ball, but he's also so far away from Jota. Jota's anticipated the contact, seeing the slide tackle coming, and has thought he's going to clatter into me, and then he misses him, and Jota just snakes out that left boot, makes contact with the defender. Is that then a booking for Jota?
Well, I think you're anticipating a foul, aren't you? You're anticipating contact. So people will say
that's the best angle. I think it's a dive, and I think he's tried to con the referee, Jota, personally.
Yeah, there's no contact whatsoever. Agbadou gets it completely wrong, but Jota's made the most of it. He's trying to speak to the referee now, Diogo Jota, about the situation.
Is he going to get booked? No, it doesn't look like it.
Substitution for Wolves. Leaving the field is number 12.
Agbadou's coming off. So as he slid in, Agbadou, with that challenge, I think he might have just got a little tear as he slid in, potentially.
Yeah, I think he just overstretched, and whether it might be a little bit of cramp, it might be, we're not too sure, but he's gone off down the tunnel, so he's been impressive, though. They'll certainly miss him, Wolves.
Santiago Bueno has replaced him, and Wolves playing out from the back. 2-0 Liverpool leads. An hour gone at Anfield. And we've got a goal at Chelsea for Suhail Sahi.
We've got an equaliser. Chelsea 1, Everton 1. Myra Ramirez with the equaliser. Nice turn and finish from the right side of the penalty area. Everton's lead only lasted 11 minutes. Chelsea 1, Everton 1.
Van Dijk in possession for Liverpool. 5 yards inside their own half. I wonder when you talk about intent with that challenge. He's obviously tried to clean out everything, hasn't he, as he's come across and just missed.
Where's Jota meant to go? What's he meant to do? Just get clattered and expect the challenge? But I think he was nimble enough to go round the challenge. No.
He had he'd gone round the challenge.
Yeah,
I think,
but the touch was too heavy.
Yeah. Van Dijk to Quansah. Sloboslai. Trent Alexander-Arnold up towards halfway, and Liverpool will go back to their goalkeeper Alisson. He'll take a little touch to Van Dijk on the edge of his penalty area. Invited the Wolves substitute Menetzi to come and get him there, and got very, very close, which is what the oohs were about, but they played their way out.
Oh no,
they haven't. Trent's lost the possession, and here's Cunha for Wolves, got options ahead of him, he's delayed. Chance still here for Wolves. Left-footed curler goes in, and it's poor from João Gomez, and it's over the crossbar, and it's behind for a Liverpool goal kick. That was another really big chance. They've had 2 now in this half, Wolves. They could be level. Yeah,
they could, and they should be. Big opportunity. Just lapse of concentration from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it could be his last moment in the game, because it looks like he's about to be substituted for Conor Bradley, but just a poor moment in the game.
Yeah, Conor Bradley looks like he's going to come on for Trent Alexander-Arnold here. Don't worry, his clean sheet points are locked in if you play fantasy football, because we have gone past the 60th minute of the game. So we're going to see Conor Bradley for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Diogo Jota's going to go off. Darwin Nunez, a straight swap there.
Yeah, I think protecting both players. Jota being out for a long time, didn't come on in the Merseyside derby, and was preferred bringing Darwin Nunez on. They just knew that they had to protect him, make sure that they get him back fit, and obviously 63 minutes is enough for him today, and then also for Trent Alexander-Arnold. So good game time for those 2 players.
5 Live from the BBC, 5 Live Sunday, the first of 2 live commentaries. Tottenham versus Manchester United on the way, with John Murray and Clinton Morrison, and Liverpool in possession deep in their own half. Wolves have had a right go in this second half, though, so far. Just a little bit more clinical. I just thought Cunha there on the edge of the penalty area just needed to act a bit quicker in making a decision. He just let Liverpool get back.
Yeah, he did, but credit to Trent Alexander-Arnold, because he actually stood his ground and he just stopped Cunha getting a shot away. If Trent had almost gone for the feint, it would have been probably a lot easier for Cunha to get his shot away.
Gravenberch. Wolves have 1 possession again, high up. Cunha had gone for it there, saw Alisson just off his line. He tried a shot from about 45 yards out, tried to float it over the goalkeeper. I'm not sure that was the right decision there from Cunha. The Wolves have 1 possession back, again with Bellegarde running through the middle. Little touch from Cunha, back to Bellegarde. René Nori, got bodies forward here, Wolves. Little dink into the penalty area, and that's over everyone. And it's behind for a goal kick for Liverpool, leading by 2-0. 65 minutes gone. Let's get the team news from Tottenham versus Manchester United from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with John Murray.
Well, a raft of Tottenham players returned from injury. Vicario is back in goal. Maddison starts, and among the substitutes are Johnson, Udogie and Odebear. Ben Davies plays with Archie Gray rested. He's among the substitutes, but there's no return for Van de Ven just yet. And injuries, the story is Manchester United as well. Amad Diallo and Menu are out, Ugarte too, and no Yorrell either. He's ill, so is Eriksson. So Xerxes, Garnacho, De Ligt and Casemiro are in to start. And the Manchester United bench, John, has got a very youthful look to it.
Thank you, John. Robertson's low cross from the left takes a deflection and Sarr gathers. And you've not missed any meaningful action here at Anfield in that game. Live for you straight after this one. Steve Crossman with your 5 Live Sunday. I'm here with Stephen Warnock, and Wolves are in possession. And you feel like they could well nick one here, Wolves.
Well, if anyone's going to, it looks like it could be Wolves because of the way that they've gone after Liverpool in the second half. And there's a lot of anxious people in and around Anfield at the moment with this performance from Liverpool in the second half.
Little ball in towards Munetsi, and they try and play the way out there, Liverpool, and the groans are because Wolves have won it back with Semedo, who's standing level with the penalty area on the right-hand side, looking to get a cross in. 2 Wolves players in the penalty area. Nice feet. Here's Cunha. Cunha thinks about a shot. Left-footed curler in. Brilliant from Matthias Cunha. And Wolves are right back in this. And they are bouncing the old gold in the away end. They've deserved that, arguably. And Liverpool are in a game. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1.
Well, we said it was coming. And it's certainly a brilliant goal from Cunha. Wait till you see this tonight on Match of the Day. Little roll of the boots over the top of the ball, drags it away from Ryan Gravenberch, who goes for the shot, and he brings it onto his left foot and he sends it round the far post. Alisson's at full stretch, nowhere near it at all. What a goal from Cunha. Now we've got a game on our hands.
He's a talent, no doubt about that. 12th Premier League goal of the season for Matthias Cunha, and could it be that keeping him in that window was the most important moment of Wolves' season? They have got a chance of getting something from Anfield, and now we will see what the derby has taken out of some of these players. Some of the travel to Devon a week ago, the relentless nature of the Premier League and playing in Europe. Wolves are right up for this, and we've got 22.5 minutes remaining. And Liverpool 2, Wolves 1 is the scoreline. And Liverpool are in possession with Nunez with the first touch, but he's offside, and Wolves will have a free kick. Wasn't expecting this. You see the penalty given, you expect 3-0, it gets VAR'd, and then here we are at 2-1.
Yeah, but credit to Wolves, they've made changes at half-time, and they've been positive changes. You look at taking 2 strikers off in Sarabia and Guedes, and you look at what they've done. They've also brought a midfielder on, so you think it'd be a little bit negative, but it's been anything but that from Wolves.
The Liverpool fans around me, I can just hear, want to see some urgency, want to see some intensity. Have they just dropped off a little bit and let Wolves back into this game? Wolves have a throw-in, level with the Liverpool penalty spot. Right-hand side, Semedo has come across, and every player apart from Sarr's in the Liverpool half here.
They're going to make another change as well on a slot. Endo looks like he's going to come on, so he knows he needs energy within this team because they do look a little bit flat and they look like they're struggling.
Oh, they don't know which way this is. I think that did come off the legs of a Liverpool player, but this is a corner for Wolves. But neither the referee or the assistant referee really knew which way that was going. It does come off Robertson last, so it was the right decision, and it is a corner in front of the Kop for Wolves. They've got 6 in the penalty area here. In it comes from Rayan Aït-Nouri. Good looking delivery. The header is won by a Wolves player. It's gone straight up in the air though. They felt it took a flick off a Liverpool player there. Gomez won the header, and it's just fallen on the top of the roof of the net, and Alisson takes a short goal kick.
Panic setting in for the Liverpool fans here. They're nervous. They understand how important it is, and now you start to see the response from the fans. They've got to pick this team up, but credit to Wolves. They're really taking this game to Liverpool.
It was 2-1 to Liverpool in a corresponding fixture But Wolves gave them a real game that day, and Wolves are giving them the game again as the ball's drifted forward towards Cunha, but he can't get hold of it. They did well there, Quansah and Bradley, and it's behind for a Liverpool goal kick, and you can just hear the Liverpool fans around us just starting to get a bit anxious. 20 minutes to go, Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Stephen Warner.
Yeah, they're just turning the ball over very quickly, Liverpool. They're losing possession, and this is an interesting change now, because so often Arne Slot makes like-for-like changes, but he's actually bringing off a winger in Diaz, and he's going to bring on a holding midfielder in Endo, so it means Szoboszlai will now come out onto that left-hand side, and Endo will go alongside Gravenberch, and McAllister will play a little bit higher up the pitch. So interesting change from Arne Slot.
Let's see how that affects things. So Szoboszlai looks like he's gone wide left, Núñez through the middle, Salah obviously on the right, and Liverpool have a goal kick. 15 wins out of 16 for Liverpool in this fixture. That looked like a foul by Van Dijk on Bellegarde. He's slow to give it there, Simon Hooper, but he's going to go in the book here. Virgil van Dijk, he was late. The studs were up, tried to win the ball, but he's caught Bellegarde, and it's a free kick for Wolves.
Yeah, well, Endo makes his first mistake as he comes onto the game. He goes for a header that he shouldn't go for, and then he vacates an area. Van Dijk has to step in, commits the foul, and it's all Wolves in this second half. I have to say, they've dominated in this second half.
Free kick then, 5 yards inside the Liverpool half, just outside the centre circle. And they've thrown players forward again in old gold. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1 on 5 Live. Little chip forward to the edge of the penalty area. Liverpool win the header. Here's a volley from Menetzi, but he's just got it wrong, and he's sliced it harmlessly wide of Alisson's left-hand post, and it's a goal kick for Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 100 chance, isn't it, from scoring from where he is, and the skill that he's trying to achieve. Ball coming out the sky, he's looking at it, coming over his shoulder, tries to volley it. Such a tough skill.
The Anfield crowd trying to lift their team. They're reacting. Robertson down the line, looking for Szoboszlai. Throw in for Liverpool. Right in front of Arne Slot. He claps his hands together, patrolling his technical area.
We talked about him before the show, about Arne Slot and his body language, his demeanour through Liverpool.
Gravenberch to Alexis McAllister into the penalty area. Little reverse pass, doesn't find its intended target, and the flag was up anyway for an offside against McAllister. Will be a free kick for Wolves inside their own penalty area. Close though, and that is what will happen. It will open up for Liverpool going forward, but at the moment they're having to think about Wolves at the other end more than they are about going forward.
Yeah, they are, and like you say, John, it will open up at times, and Liverpool will be a danger. They'll find a way back into this game at some point, but they just can't get a foothold in the game. And I was talking about Arne Slot's body language. He's very animated down there on the touchline, usually so calm, but he's getting irate, he's getting frustrated at times because he's not used to this with this team.
Matthias Cunha's now scored 27 goals in all competition since the start of last season. That's 12 more than anyone else in the Wolves team, and he took the goal. He's just nonchalant with his finish, left-footed, the curler. As soon as he set himself, you think this is going to score here, and he just bent it beautifully in past Alisson's right hand, right into the corner. And that's what he can do. That's the quality that he's got, the Brazilian. Throw in for Liverpool, 15 yards inside their own half. 16 minutes plus added time to go. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1, 5 Live. Oh, and it's given away by Liverpool to Cunha, running through the heart of the Liverpool defence, tries to toe poke it through towards Menetzi, but he gets it wrong. But they've got possession back here, Wolves. Liverpool being a bit sloppy in possession. Wolves pouring forward again. Little ball from Cunha isn't the best.
Brilliant from Robertson.
Brilliant from Robertson, covering 2 passes in a row that Cunha's got wrong, and he just apologises there to his teammates.
Yeah, just a little bit too eager. Van Dijk had stepped out of his position. There was a tiny gap that he saw. Had to be pinpoint, but Andrew Robertson read the situation and knees it back to Alisson.
Here's Alexis McAllister inside the Wolves half. Does well, keeps possession. They need to put the foot on it here for a bit, Liverpool. They've given away possession. They've pressed really well, Wolves. They've ratted about really well, winning possession back of Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's with Robertson, comes off Semedo, throw in for Liverpool, taken quickly. Wolves were asleep, Doherty was asleep, Alexis McAllister low ball in, doesn't find its intended target, just scuffed it a bit, and Wolves have got possession back deep in their own half. Semedo, real urgency to their play, dink forward for Bellegarde, doesn't know where the ball is, drops over his shoulder. Van Dijk wins the challenge, out for a throw in for Wolves midway inside the Liverpool half, right hand side. Gomez takes the throw. Ray and Aït-Nouri, they look a little bit disjointed at the back at the moment, Liverpool, and they try to play out, and they've been caught again. And there's Andre Gomez. In comes the cross into the penalty area. Bellegarde wins the header, comes off Robertson, that's a corner.
He saved it, Alisson's kept it in somehow. But Liverpool have got an issue because McAllister looks absolutely dead on his feet. He's lost the ball 3 or 4 times, but Liverpool come forward.
Here's Bradley. Gets it to Salah, back to Bradley, edge of the penalty area. Wolves streaming back. Here's Salah's cross into the penalty area, goes all the way to Szoboszlai. He's running away from goal though, he's now outside the penalty area. And he has to move it back to the left of the centre circle to Quansah, to Endo. Bradley, Liverpool inside the Wolves half. Wolves have now got everyone back in shape. Endo. Salah. Bradley. They're just content just to sit on it here for a minute and take a breather, Liverpool.
Oh, they need a breather as well. They just need to get the legs back and get themselves back in this game, get some control of possession. And Liverpool fans are sensing that as well. And this is all about Wolves in this second half, the way they've pressed Liverpool, they've hounded them, they've not allowed them to pick the heads up at all.
Liverpool still in possession, but slow, controlled possession. They just need to have a spell where they keep the ball here. And Wolves are pressing as one. It's still a good press, but they've managed to play round it. Here's Szoboszlai on the left-hand side for Liverpool. 25 yards from goal, just content to go inside to Gravenberg. And now Robertson keeping the ball, Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk, halfway line. Quansah wearing the 78 in the centre circle. To Salah, Salah forced backwards. Wolves staying in a defensive shape. Van Dijk into the feet of Alexis McAllister. They're just waiting here, just for an opportunity to break Wolves. You can feel it, just waiting to try and intercept and then break. Trailing by 2-1. 12 minutes plus added time remaining at Anfield. Liverpool in control for large parts of this game. Had a penalty given for a foul on Jota, which was overturned by the video assistant referee, who asked Simon Hooper to go and have a look, and he agreed that there wasn't enough contact between the defender and Jota, and that would have been 3-0, you'd think, if Salah would have converted it. And now they have lost possession, Liverpool, for the first time in a good couple of minutes, and that's a foul on Aït-Nouri. And now they've won a free kick here, Wolves, 10 yards inside the Liverpool half on the left-hand touchline.
Yeah, so patient from both sets of players. Liverpool in possession, but also Wolves out of possession. You said it, John. They're just waiting to pounce, and at one moment they switched off, they pounced and then drove forward with Aït-Nouri, and now it's Wolves back in possession. And Liverpool looking a little bit fragile here.
There's just a little bit of panic when Wolves get in the final third that we haven't seen in this game up until this point. 11 minutes left. Anfield hushed, nervous, trying to get behind their team, but they know that this is a big moment. 2 games without a win. It was a weakened team at Plymouth Argyle, and it was the derby, and it was extraordinary what we saw at the end. But it is 2 games without a win for Liverpool. And they played the ball long, and they don't get possession. Wolves win it, Liverpool get it back, then a challenge comes in, and now it's with Menezes. He's fouled about 30 yards from goal, something like that. This could be an opportunity to strike one, or maybe just a little delivery into the penalty area for Wolves.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether it was a foul.
Goes down very easily.
Very
Venezia.
easily, yeah. He just knows he's got 3 or 4 players around him. It's Endo who, the tiniest of touches in the back, but now this is an opportunity. It'll be Cunha over the ball, so you know he's got that ability to either strike one from distance or conjure something up where he will try and be clever. In Liverpool, it's about organisation. The coaching staff are in the technical area. They're trying to marshal this Liverpool team into position because they know how important the last 10 minutes of this game will be.
It's going to be a little dink ball in from Cunha here to the far post. So Cunha finds Gomez, he tries to cross, left-footed, off balance, makes a mess of it, just gets a flick of the studs to it, and away go Liverpool towards the halfway line. Wrestling for it is Salah, free kick, halfway line. It was Semedo who fouled him, the Wolves captain. Free kick on the right-hand side in front of the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand. Taken quickly. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1 on 5 Live. Tottenham versus Manchester United to come next. More live Premier League football than anyone else. And this is going to be a fascinating last 9 minutes plus added time. Lofted ball forward from Liverpool. Header won by Wolves and they've won possession with Semedo. To Doherty. Finds Aït-Nouri in the midfield. He goes down. It's going to fall to Cunha on the halfway line. He's way offside here, Menezzi. Flag goes up. No need this time for him to let the play go because he was so far offside. Flag went up on Menezzi. And we're going to see Tommy Doyle come on here for Wolves. And João Gomez is going to be the man who makes way in the centre of midfield. So some fresh legs with Tommy Doyle coming on for Wolves.
Yeah, well, you just wonder whether it's really needed from the Wolves' point of view because they've been dominant in this second half and sometimes just a change can disrupt the rhythm that they've built up. If anyone needs a change in midfield, it's certainly Liverpool. I know they've done that with Endo, but that hasn't really had an effect on the game. You have to say that the Wolves' changes have been positive. So obviously Pereira feels that this can have an impact and perhaps get them a vital point that they might need.
Foul from Ray and Aït-Nouri on the far side, and he's being spoken to by Simon Hooper. The Liverpool fans felt he should have been booked for the challenge. Free kick for Liverpool. It's 20 yards inside the Wolves half on the right hand side, and it's a really good chance to cross, and now we are going to see that substitution being made. Tommy Doyle coming on for João Gomez, the 23-year-old Englishman. 1 assist in the Premier League this season from Sheffield United. Been at Cardiff in his career as well. He started at Manchester City. Tommy Doyle. And he will sit in the centre of midfield as Wolves need something. Can play Tommy Doyle, and that's why he's in there to try and unlock something for Wolves. But they've got to deal with a free kick from Liverpool here, and it's gone short. Conor Bradley's got loads of space, doesn't know what to do with it though, goes wide. They're just going to keep the ball here, Liverpool, from this, are they? I think they've gone all the way back towards halfway, and that's why you've heard the crowd there so frustrated. Back to Bradley, who now is going to deliver because there are players forward. Little header goes in from Quansah towards Van Dijk. Van Dijk appeals for a handball, for a penalty, and Liverpool have got the ball with Bradley, Robertson, Bradley again, and every time they touch the ball, Liverpool now, the Wolves fans are shouting handball sarcastically. They're standing away to my left-hand side in the Anfield Road end, waiting to see if they get one more chance. They had 2 very good chances before they scored. Menezzi one-on-one with Alisson. Alisson did brilliantly, made himself big, stretched his arms up in the air for the one-on-one, and that's back to the goalkeeper from Doherty, and then Sarr comes across and clears out of play for a Liverpool throw. They've done well the last 5 minutes, Liverpool.
Yeah, they've just tried to take the sting out of the game and dominate possession, try and make sure that they keep the ball round the back and then ask Wolves to come out of position. When Wolves press, they found little gaps down the side.
Throw in taken, Robertson's got it. Down near the corner flag on the left, another throw in for Liverpool. This will suit them, coming up to 5 minutes plus added time remaining. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Luis Diaz with the first for Liverpool in the first half. bundling home, got to the ball first, ended up coming off his midriff and going in as he beat Sarr to the ball, and then Mo Salah with a penalty after Diaz was brought down. And the ball's cleared out of play for another Liverpool throw-in. They're content with keeping it at the moment. Let's get an update from Huddersfield Warrington in the Rugby League. Dave Woods.
We've got 2 minutes of the first half remaining. It's Huddersfield who lead here by 6 points to nil. Tui Lolohea with the only try so far in the 24th. Richardson on loan is the man who's converted it. Warrington have been a little awkward at times in attack so far, uncharacteristically. Huddersfield lead here by 6 points to nil.
Thank you, Dave. Goal kick for Wolves. Throw in towards Darwin Núñez there, and he just let it hit him and go out.
I was just thinking exactly the same. I was thinking, try and retain the ball for your team. He didn't look interested. He didn't even move to try and give Andrew Robertson an option for the throw. And then Szoboszlai's just absolutely had a right good go at him, give him an earful, because he didn't even try and run back into position when they lost the ball. So
Wolves in possession. Inside their own half, Doherty over halfway. Plenty of old goal forward here, and they've won a throw in Wolves on the right, level with the 6-yard box of Liverpool. Semedo is going to take it. Atmosphere ratchets up a notch inside Anfield, but there are nerves, believe me. Liverpool just with the 1 goal cushion. 3.5 minutes plus added time remaining. They're in possession, Liverpool, near halfway, with Gravenberch. He's done really well, holding off 2 players, but he's been robbed of the ball, and that was well read by Andrew Robertson, who intercepted in the left-back position. Throw in for Wolves. Garner slots on the edge of his technical area, barking instructions. Darwin Núñez helping out as 1 possession for his team, but Liverpool have given it away again because Wolves have got everyone camped in the Liverpool half. It's now or never for Wolves if they're going to find something. They have possession, Wolverhampton Wanderers, halfway line. Doherty switches the play, was slightly off balance, doesn't quite get it wrong. Wolves do come up with possession though, midway inside the Liverpool half left-hand side. Aït-Nouri. Semedo waiting, several players forward. They feel like they should have a free kick there, Wolves, but the referee says no, and Liverpool are in possession, and they might well try and run this with Salah against Semedo. Does brilliantly well, Nelson Semedo. It's a good tussle that, and that's a free kick as Salah pulls him back. Free kick for Wolves, 15 yards inside their own half, taken quickly. Tommy Doyle whips the ball out to the right to Semedo. Semedo running forward. They felt they should have had a free kick there. Felt it should have gone the other way. The Liverpool fans, is that tussle between Semedo and Salah. It's been a good battle actually, Stephen, hasn't it?
There's been loads of great battles all over the pitch. It's been a fascinating game.
Forward come Wolves through the middle. Cunha thinks about striking it, lets it go. Tommy Doyle, big chance. Menezzi fell over behind him. Could have done better with it. Wolves have a throw in.
I don't know whether Kwanzaa gets there. I don't know whether he just does enough and gets in front of Menezzi, because Menezzi isn't a striker. He doesn't anticipate the ball going in there.
Cunha, good feet. Don't think that's a free kick. Wolves player went down. Good challenge, strong challenge going in. Tackles flying in everywhere. Fewer than 2 minutes remaining, plus added time. Sarr with an awful volley clearance, but it finds a Wolves shirt. Just listen to this crowd who want the final whistle. 90 seconds plus added time remaining. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. This is Premier League football at its best. A team at the battle, fight at the bottom, battling for survival. Wolves players down on the turf everywhere. Free kick Liverpool. I think Rayan Aït-Nouri's got cramp. He's lying in the penalty area at the moment, the Liverpool penalty area, and this will just take the sting out of it, because he won't be down for no reason here, because it doesn't benefit them at all.
John, I've just seen that incident again. Kwanzaa does incredibly well. He gets in front of Menezzi. Menezzi he expects the ball to come to him. Good strikers in those positions, they go and attack the ball, they don't wait for it, because they know that they won't get that time and space. Credit to Jarell Kwanzaa.
Well, he's not a striker, is he? They've got someone playing up front who isn't an actual striker. Menezzi, as they wait for Strand Larsen to return, of course, from a hamstring injury. And this is good timing, this, of Liverpool. This break in play. And we are going to see a change here. We're going to see Pedro Lima come on for Wolves, and I'm trying to see, is it Semedo who's...
No, Semedo's he's got to change a shirt because he's got blood on it, so he's trying to do that at the moment. They've gone and fetched him another shirt. I'm not sure who Lima will be coming on for.
Maybe Aït-Nouri. Wolves have got possession. They've got 10 men at the moment because Semedo's off the pitch. He's got a bloody nose. They're tidying him up. They're going to stick a shirt on him. I think that was 6 minutes, was it?
It was, yeah.
6 minutes of added time. Menezes and Van Dijk clash. Van Dijk strong and gets the ball back to his goalkeeper Alisson, who plants a long ball forward. Nice first touch from Gomez. Gomez over the halfway line. Tommy Doyle. Wolves in possession, halfway line. Semedo still getting treatment. Lima still waiting to come on. Wolves have got 10 men. I don't think they've got a chance to wait really for Semedo to come back on here. I think they've just got to play. They're just knocking the ball about at the back. Will they get one more big chance here? Wolverhampton Wanderers to upset the leaders of the Premier League. Conceded one late one at 2-1 already this week, Liverpool. Here comes the ball forward. They've got possession here. Wolves on the left, Rayan Aït-Nouri with a chance to cross into the penalty area. Goes back to Gomez, plenty of Wolves players forward. Liverpool back in their shape. In comes the cross, punched by Alisson. Wolves win the second ball, 30 yards from goal with Cunha. Cunha running forward towards the edge of the penalty area, brought down, free kick. It was a little clumsy from Endo. And it's a free kick for Wolves.
Yeah, he does so well, doesn't he, Cunha? Because he just invites the challenge from Endo. He's got Endo one side of him and then Szoboszlai on the other. Liverpool, they're wanting a foul for the challenge on Alisson, but it's not a foul. It's nowhere near a foul. Menezes just goes for the ball and the two players collide. But this is a concern now for Liverpool. Tommy Doyle and Aït-Nouri stood over the ball on 19-20 yards out. Just to the right-hand side. Alisson now trying to sort his wall out, and he'll need a brave wall in this position.
It's one of those free kicks where you say, is it too close? But the angle's good for a left footer to the right of the D. As Stephen said, just a couple of yards outside the 18-yard box. 4 minutes of the 6 added remaining. Spurs versus Manchester United on the way. Alisson comes out of his goal and just points to where he wants a defender. There are 5 in the wall. Right-footed Doyle comes off the top of the wall. Corner for Wolves.
I said they had to be brave. They had to stand tall there. I'm wondering why it was Doyle who took it, because Aït-Nouri, it favoured him with the left foot. It would have had to have been special to reverse it round the wall. What's a corner here for Wolves?
We've had 3 of the 6 minutes. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Wolves with a corner, and the assistant referee just stops him for a second from taking it. Doyle, left arm in the air, up he comes, right-footed, good delivery, looked like a hand there, didn't see from who though, but the ball's cleared away, but not fully, and they're going to get a chance to put the ball back in here with Bellegarde on the left-hand side. Wolves, they've still got 4 or 5 in the penalty area. Wolves here forward, really good defending from Conor Bradley. That is brilliant full-back play, and it's a goal kick for Liverpool.
Yeah, and it's been celebrated like a goal from Gravenberch and Kwanzaa, and Van Dijk walking across as well. They knew how important that was for him to be strong. The nerves round Anfield today in the final 20 minutes or so since Wolves got that goal back has been big. You can sense it on the bench with Arne Slot as well, the pressure that his team's been put under.
One Conor Bradley rings around Anfield. This is a big 2 minutes for Liverpool to re-establish their 7-point lead at the top of the Premier League. Wolves desperate for points down at the bottom, and that is a free kick. A bit of a clumsy one at the back there from a Wolves player. I think it was it Totti Gomez, was it?
I think it was Menezes.
Was it Menezes?
Yeah.
And he's put McAllister on his back. Yeah, just went through the back of him there. And it will be a free kick for Liverpool, and this is an absolute godsend for them because it's 15 yards inside the Wolves half, so a chance for them to slow things down.
Or just retain the ball, just keep the ball. That's all you've got to do from a Liverpool point of view. Try and play as high up the pitch as you can.
We've got time to Nick for an update from the WSL. Chelsea, Sahel Sahi.
It's finished here, John. Chelsea 2, Everton 1, with a winning goal from Lauren James in the 93rd minute. Full time, Chelsea 2, Everton 1.
Thank you, Sahel. Throw in for Liverpool. A minute of the 6 remaining. There will be 30 seconds or so added on to that at least because of that slight stoppage there as Alexis McAllister was on the deck. He is okay. He's back up on his feet and he's back on the pitch. Throw in for Liverpool. They're going to try and keep the ball here by the corner flag. Wolves clear away, but only as far as Gravenberg. Has been excellent in the midfield for Liverpool. But Wolves have a throw in. Do they have enough time for one more chance? They'll try and play it out from the back. Liverpool working hard to try and win it back to the likes of Darwin Núñez. Cunha launches a long ball forward. Van Dijk wins a header. They've got possession though, Wolves, in the Liverpool final third with Doyle. And now Lima the substitute. Lima trying to go round Endo. That's a foul. Yeah. And the Cop treat that like it's a goal as well. A massive moment. Liverpool free kick deep in their own half.
Yeah, so often you see people leaving the game early. There's no one leaving this game early because they realise how important this is. That could be the moment that they've just got themselves over the line, Liverpool. A hard-fought victory because this has been such a tough afternoon for them.
There will be a little bit of added time. We'll see how much. Simon Hooper says to Alisson, get on with it, waves him forward. Alisson still waits to take the free kick. We're past the 96th minute. We're past the 6 minutes of added time. It's going to allow a little bit more. Wolves have got possession. They have to get it to the keeper and launch this, Wolves. Sarr, high, hanging ball over halfway. And there is the full-time whistle. And Liverpool win by 2-1. Although Wolves put up a brave fight and could well have got something out of the game on another day as they continue to battle for survival in the Premier League. Diaz with the commitment to go for the ball, in off his midriff for 1-0. Salah with the penalty after Diaz was brought down by Sarr for 2-0. A penalty VAR check was given on field and then ruled by Simon Hooper that there wasn't enough contact on Jota from the defender Agbadou. And then they came back into it, Wolves, with a brilliant finish from Cunha. They had some other chances as well, could easily have got something out of the game. But Liverpool go 7 points clear again at the top of the Premier League. It feels like a significant afternoon for them. Stephen Warner.
Yeah, it feels like a huge victory for Liverpool. So many questions were asked about Liverpool, or were to be asked after the Derby game. What will it have taken out of them? What will the effects be on this squad? Well, I think we saw that in the second half. There was a frailty about Liverpool in the second half. The substitutions from Pereira were impressive. They changed the balance of the game. They got themselves back into it. Liverpool, you could see, were fatiguing in the second half, but they've managed to just get themselves across the line, and they'll look back at this, or might look back at this in a few weeks and say what a big result that was for the team.
Arne Slot goes to the Kop, waves his arms in the air, applauds above his head and gets the roar. He knows how important it was there to hang on for Liverpool. It finished Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Steve.
Stephen Warnock, somewhere there is a sliding doors moment where Jarell Quansah doesn't quite make that amazing challenge, and Liverpool concede another late goal, just like they did at Everton. But in this universe, that is an absolutely massive 3 points.
Oh, it's huge. It really is. And that was, like I said in the commentary from Quansah, what a challenge it is. So vitally important that he makes that, senses the danger, gets himself across. But they've had to dig deep here, Liverpool. They really have. That'll have taken a lot out of this Liverpool team. And there's hugs down on the touchline between the players because they realise how close they've been taken there by Wolves. Credit to Wolves. If they continue to play that way till the end of the season, they'll have no problems at all.
Can Liverpool continue to play this way is the question now. With all that this will have taken out of them, this is the first of 6 games in 27 days, ends in the League Cup final. they've got teams like Manchester City and Aston Villa away from home in the Premier League to come, Stephen.
Well, they're going to have to rest the players up. They're going to have to find a way of getting energy back into these players, whether that's rest, days off, tapering the training. Now it's about what they do mentally as well, how they recover from that side of the game as well. And they do look tired. That's the first signs that we've really seen of them looking tired. But they've played a lot of games this season so far, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they fare in the next few weeks, because we'd say arguably after this game, and we've just come off the back, Liverpool have just come off the back of a really tough game against Wolves. You'd say this period coming up now is arguably the next stretch of games where everyone's saying, where will they be after this stretch? How will they fare after this stretch? I think what Liverpool fans will slowly realise after today's game is they need to help as much as they can to try and get them over the line. They tried towards the end of the game. They need to bring themselves to Anfield and back the team as much as they can, because sometimes that added little few percent can help the players.
I've just been looking through some of the stats, so bear in mind we're in the middle of February. This is games started this season, all competitions. Van Dijk 35, Gravenberch 34, Salah 34, Alexander-Arnold and McAllister, who particularly seem to be tiring, 30 starts this season. All top teams in multiple competitions play a lot of games, but is there a danger that it might be affecting Liverpool a bit earlier than others?
Quite possibly. But I think what you'll see is that you'll see other teams who've had that effect as well. I think if you look back on games where you've watched other teams at the top of the league or in the round, that you'd say they've looked leggy at times. So Liverpool might be looking a little bit leggy later on. They might change that narrative in the next few weeks.
Wolves also look better, much better with this manager, with the signings that they've made as well, especially at the back, and the energy they show, the organisation. They're a better team now than they were earlier this season as well. So give some credit to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who made things really difficult. They just beaten Aston Villa, this Wolverhampton Wanderers team, and they will be okay, I think, as Stephen said.
And also they didn't play in the week. So you'd expect them to have a little bit more energy. If Wolves had played in the week, would they have been able to show that energy 10-20 minutes towards the end of the game? I think we might have seen a little bit of a different game. But Liverpool, they'll have players coming back as well. Obviously Curtis Jones after the suspension. Wonder how long Gakpo will be as well. So yeah, they'll need that energy back in the team as quick as possible.
I think, John, I mean, I'm sure Southampton fans will probably understand if we don't necessarily include them at the moment because they're 10 points from safety. But if you're a Leicester fan or an Ipswich fan, in some ways you're just 2 points behind Wolves. In others, when you look at the players they've got and the form they're in, it might feel like a really, really tough ask to be the one from those four that stays up.
I think if you look at that performance by Wolves, if you're an Ipswich fan or a Leicester fan, I think you think there's an established Premier League team who suddenly look like they've got a manager in there, they've got some structure, they know what they're doing, they've got good legs, they've got physicality, they've got a goal scorer who will likely leave in the summer, but he's here right now, and if he stays fit, has got the goals to try and keep him in the Premier League. And they've just signed a brilliant centre-back, what we've seen today. Agbadou maybe didn't have his best game today, but his passing, his physical presence, I thought he looked a real player for them. So I think you're right, Steve. I think if you are one of those 2 from 3, you'd say arguably go down. They're going to have to produce more of what they showed Ipswich certainly the other day, and they'll have to get something started, won't he, Ruud van Nistelrooy, with Leicester, if they are to be the team who stays up instead of Wolves.
John, Stephen, thank you very much indeed. John Akers, Stephen Warnock inside Anfield, where Liverpool have beaten Wolves by 2-1. So Wolves fourth bottom, 19 points, 2 ahead of Ipswich and Leicester. And at the top, of course, after that victory, Liverpool 7 points clear of Arsenal at the top of the Premier League. They have both played 25 matches.